I'm Phyllis Ellis, president of the Brockton Area Branch NAACP. This is a special meeting. Normally this would be our membership meeting, but we've been having a lot of complaints about traffic stops and people of color and how they've been treated. Normally if it was one complaint, I would have, you want to speak at the mic? Okay. Normally,
Here you go.
if we had,
You can be a walking mic person.
I've been walking all week, okay.
Well, you can sit. You want me to bring you a chair?
No, it's okay, I won't be that long.
Okay.
Normally, if we had one complaint of this nature, we would have handled it differently. But since we had so many complaints, the same complaints from different people, I thought it's best that we just have a community meeting so we can all hear at the same time what Mayor Sullivan and Chief Gomes would have to say. This is a very serious problem. I mean, I hear comments on Facebook that they're sick and tired of the BS, but you know, it's not BS to the people it's happening to, okay? So I am glad that Mayor Sullivan and Chief Gomes agreed to meet with us tonight, and hopefully they can shed some light on the problems we have been having in this city. Not only with the traffic stops, but the recent gun violence we've been experiencing, and maybe they can touch on the new law that was passed too. So right now I'm gonna let Mayor Sullivan talk. Mayor Sullivan.
Thank you very much, Phyllis. Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you, first of all, for inviting me into your house of worship. I want to thank you, Pastor, for having me here as well. So I've been mayor since January 6th, but I've been a city councilor for 14 years prior to that. But I can put away all that. I'm a Brocktonian. And when Phyllis contacted me, I said, absolutely. We need to come together, much like we did last week on the anti-violence. We need to come together. The key word is together. And if one person complains, that complaint needs to be addressed. Simple as that. I don't care if I'm mayor 2 years or 20 years. As long as I'm a mayor, people are gonna feel like they have a voice at City Hall. I have made a new appointment with Chief Gomes. I brought Manny back in the police department. And I'll tell you, without question, I've got nothing but rave reviews for him. He's reached out to the city council. He gave Phyllis his cell phone. That's what it means to be a public servant. I'm not a cop. I don't have it in my fabric to chase people that are shooting at me. I don't have that. But I thank God every day the Brockton police are there. With that being said, we need to come together as a community to figure out best practices, how we move forward as a community. And when Phyllis, and for full disclosure, she's not just a friend of mine, she was on my transition team. So I just want to be clear on that. She's a Brocktonian. She's a proud president of the NAACP Brockton chapter. And so as mayor, of course I come here today. But again, Manny Gomes as the chief can kind of give more updates on practice, procedure with law enforcement. But the fact that African American women and men in Brockton are complaining, I've listened to those complaints, you know, and I want to figure out how we can move forward positively to benefit Brockton and the residents and business owners here in the city of Brockton. You know, someone said to me on the campaign, you're a white guy, you're 50. You know what I said? Can't change my age, can't change my color, but together, keyword together, we change Brockton. So with that being said, again, I want Chief Gomes to talk to you, to update you. I want to recognize State Representative Clay Cronin for being here.